Welcome back to Benchwarmers. We're going to run through the North Dakota schedule now with Tom Miller and Ryan Kasowski both back with us. And guys, a couple of home games to start things off in non-conference play against Drake and Northern Arizona. Really nice, the importance of trying to start off on the right foot at home, a place where UND's been really, really good here over the last several years.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think there's that comfort of playing in your home building, and Northern Arizona has been a tough game for North Dakota when they've played them, in that down south there. So I think this is going to be a great way to start the season. 2 home games. I think that's the best case scenario for North Dakota.
Like Ryan said, you want that game in Grand Forks and not Flagstaff. North Dakota was quite lucky to pull that one out last year. And you never know with Northern Arizona. I don't think they're rated high in the Big Sky this year, but that's a team, a program that's kind of transfer heavy, and you never know, what they can do on a year-to-year basis.
Yeah, the transfer portal, man. Good luck picking everybody in the FCS or FBS for that matter. The FBS game at Boise, that's a fun one. Blue turf, good opportunity to go out and play a Mountain West team, a favorite, a team that has been a heavyweight in that league for a number of years.
I think that's one of those bucket list items for a lot of guys. We talked about that last year, going to Nebraska, playing in a historic venue like that for guys in the Midwest. Well, this is the blue turf. This is something kids probably grew up watching and thinking about, having the opportunity to play on. So, you got to imagine there's a lot of guys excited to get out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Tom said, the blue turf, everybody knows that. As soon as you say Boise State, it's, hey, the blue turf. And, for North Dakota to get that opportunity to go down and play on that surface, just an unbelievable place to play. And that's going to really tell where North Dakota's at. I think going into that Nebraska game last year, too, there was a lot of, hey, where's this team? And came out and really competed in that football game. So you hope, if you're a North Dakota fan, that you see that again, week 3 against Boise.
And Boise may be a little more confident than Nebraska was last year when you took the field. And a 10 a.m. kickoff Pacific time, that's really weird in its own right as well. We'll see how that shakes out. You're starting off Valley play at South Dakota State, the defending FCS national champion after a bye week, home against Western Illinois. Then you get host North Dakota State. Not an easy way to start the schedule in Valley play. As we know, the margin for error is very slim, and that creates an interesting dynamic here once you get past September and into October.
That's a Missouri. The Missouri Valley is a situation where it provides great opportunities because you get to play these teams that are ranked high, and if you get an opportunity to knock them off, you also get to be ranked high, and you get to pad your resume. But you could also be the 3rd best team in the FCS some years, and North Dakota State and South Dakota State might be 1 and 2. So that's the danger that's at play when you play in the same league as those 2 teams.
It was kind of funny to hear the coaches in the press conference yesterday talk about that too, how we just beat up on each other, and every single week is a grind, and it's a battle every single week, and that's what this conference is. And I think the rest of the country understands that and knows that, but it doesn't make it any easier. And week in and week out, you have to play your best football. You need to be making sure you're clicking on all cylinders, or you're going to get beat.
And it also, you realize the importance non-conference play is when it comes down to playoff selection. Only 3 teams. North Dakota was the last team from the Valley to get in, and it makes you wonder if they were kind of on the bubble as the 3rd team from the Valley. So the more teams that get in from the Valley probably will have a lot to do with how the rest of the conference plays against like opponents in other leagues, right?
Well, I think that was a disappointment coming out of last season, was the number of teams that the Valley put in the playoffs. And I think Patty Viverito talked about that on Media Day, that there was that she felt like there were some teams on that bubble that could have performed well, and she was kind of hopeful that maybe the committee will utilize some new criteria to view strength of schedule a little more clearly as they select these teams.
And that's what it comes down to too, just making sure that everybody's on the same page in this league, and everybody understands that this is the toughest league. It really is. Week in and week out, it's a battle.
Yeah, it certainly is. And again, a 7-4 team out of the Valley you'd think is a lock. That wasn't necessarily the case last year. And again, we don't know about Northern Iowa, the transfer-heavy schools like Missouri State, Southern Illinois. It could be wild here as we get into the meat of the conference schedule. Guys, thanks for coming by.